So hello everybody, welcome to another vlog. You join me sat on the floor in the kitchen. I've just made myself a coffee, so cheers. What I'm going to do is behind me here, if I just move, I've got two old Continental gator skins. These are the wire versions. That one there, if you can see that, the tread pattern on that one, if it'll focus, that's one of the really early ones. And then that one's the later type pattern, which changed at a later date. So these are just the wire bead version, they're not Kevlar. 700 by 23C. This is a Duraskin one. This is a Duraskin as well, but of course they changed it. This is just an Ultra Gator skin, that one. And then this is Duraskin. There you go. Ultra Gator skin with Duraskin. And then we've got that GP 4000 that I took off, folded up. And what we're going to do is, if I'm going to find somewhere to shove that so it doesn't just unravel there, that's it. I'm going to get a wheel and I'm going to go through how I put a tyre and a tube on a wheel, on a rim. So obviously this is tubed, not tubeless, so I've already got what do you call it? Rim tape on there. This is a Mavic Open Pro rim, and I'm going to show you what I do and how I do it and everything, just because I had a comment of somebody who said I did it really quick and it made it look really easy. Well, I've been doing it a lot, I've done it a long time, and I'll show you what I do and how I do it, and we'll try it a few different ways with the different tyres and see if we can find one that's a bit difficult. Right, so I've got tyre levers. These aren't the ones that I bought a long time ago. These are the more flexible ones, and I'm deliberately going to use these because these are harder to use. So there's 4 of those. I've got a tube, and I've already squashed all the air out of this. It's a Schwalbe, so it's a bit thicker, a bit harder to use, easier to trap. And we'll show you what we do with that as well. So first of all, let's move the camera a little bit, and you won't see me so much as the wheel. So we've got the bare wheel. Doesn't matter which way around you put it, but I tend to put it with the cassette side down, the free hub side down, so that if you've got a quick release skewer in, you've got the adjusting nut for the tension on that side, and you can put that down on the floor and spin it round on that. It's easier to spin round on that rather than the actual quick release lever side. So the first job, if it's a folding tyre, is to unfold the tyre. Now these are a bit of a pain because they tend to want to not go the right way, so you've almost got to do it a little bit. You need to go around and check and see what the orientation of the tyre is, see if there is a rotation mark, which I struggled to find on that last one. And I'm sure it was only on one side of the tyre, so go around and see if you can find a rotation mark. Not on that side. Let's try that side. Rotation, there it is. So put that on, and I've just told you what I was doing, and then put it on the other side. But that doesn't matter for the purposes of this. And then you want to get it over like that. And then what I did was, I then went round the wheel and push it all the way around to make sure it's seated onto the rim fully and right over the other side, so that it's got space for you to put your tube into. Sometimes if they are very tight, they can sit the wrong way like that. You see? So they can sit so you've got no room to put your tube in. So that one's okay, that one, we're not going to use that one. Let's try one of these. These will be harder. And we'll pick which one of these is going to be the hardest. Again, I'm not going to bother with rotation for these. I don't think there is on these ones. Although I too tend to put them that way. Right, these will probably be harder. Yep, these are going to be harder. Let's try the other one, see if we can find a tight one. And then we'll go with this one. Yeah, this is the hard one. Alright, right, so once you've put your tyre on, push it all the way over to the other side, go around and pull it so it's seated on properly. And you might find it does that, it starts to hook itself on. You just get your tyre lever, whiz it round and unhook it. Then, with your tube, where's my tube? Take your dust cap off. Sometimes they come with a little metal collar, take that off. Unravel it, and they'll come fairly flat, or you might make them flat to make it easy to carry as a spare tube if you're out on the road. So undo it, get your pump and put a little bit of air in it so it's not flat. That should blow up. There we go. Now, we don't need that much, so just let it down a bit, just so there's a little bit in it. Do the valve back up again. Drop it into the valve. I'm going to do this the other way around. You see what I'm doing? So drop it into your valve, put it on the floor. Now I'm going to bring you down now. So put it on the floor so you can rotate it round easily. Start where you've put that in, and then hook that into the tyre. Start near you, drop it over and go around, and with your thumbs just push it in, and then we're going to do another step in a minute. So it's just roughly round in the tyre. Now what you want to do is get that rolled over into the tyre well, so that when you put that in it's less likely to trap it. So I'm going to go around and just push round with your fingers and your thumbs. Now sometimes it will do what it was just trying to do. This is going to be an easy one again, I'm afraid, sorry. So start there, push the valve in so you're not going to trap the valve, and then going round, work your way round with your thumbs and your palms, pushing down like so. And then as it gets near the top, so now we've just got the top section that needs to be hooked over. We've still got a little bit of earthing, so I'm going to let the remaining go out. So the valve is now pushed down, and then I'm doing it backwards so you lot can see. This is going to be a tighter one, as I said. I'm going to have to move so you can see. I'm going to try and do it backwards. Right, hang on, I'm moving this way. So with your thumbs, work across. And I've got that on my knee, this way, pushed against my knee at the bottom, and then I'm going to work that over using a rolling technique like this with your thumbs until you get it really close like this, and then when it's really close, you use that bit of your hand there to try and do the last little bit, and that pops it over. Then go around and just roll the tyre like this, and that helps make sure you've not got anything trapped. And you can look down as well and check that you've not got the inner tube traps if you get a difficult one. Then pump it up, a little bit of earthing. Give it a quick look round again. Make sure it's all seated evenly, both sides, and then you can pump it up the final bit. There, and that's it. That's all I do. Okay, admittedly, some rim combinations are worse than others with some tyres, which is why I just tried 3 tyres to get a difficult one. This was tighter than the others would have been, but it's still not a particularly difficult one, I'm afraid. But those are the only things I do differently. And what we'll do next, just as a final thing, is we'll see how easy it is to get off. So let's do that. Let's get it off now. Right, so let's let the air out. I start away from the valve. I'm going to move again from this way. So I start away from the valve and put the hook of the tyre lever in, miss a spoke, in, miss a spoke, in. Now that's probably going to be a bit too far on this one, so we won't miss a spoke. We'll do it there, bend over, and you have to try and do all of them together at the same time. Hook it onto the spoke. Now this is where it becomes difficult if you've got a wheel that's only got a few spokes, because that gap can be too big and you've got nothing to hook it onto. Now that has not pulled it off, which is where the 4th one comes in. So you can hear how tight that is. So now I can't get that in, so we've got to release them, pop it back again, and have that fourth one. This will do it. They're not very good tyre levers, these. Alright, right, that should do it. Yep, there you go. So that's about all there is to it, really. But yeah, admittedly, it can be more difficult than other times. I've lost my tyre lever now. There it is. Right, I'm going to put that back. So there we go, that's how to take a tyre on and off and put your tube in, and a few little sort of tricks that I do. I know it's quite a difficult thing to show you the tricks easily on camera and on film. It's a lot easier in person, but I hope you find that useful, and I hope that has helped. We might do one or two more other little things like this of how I do things. It's not necessarily the right way to do it or the way to do it, it's just how I do it. So thank you for watching, take care everybody, be safe, and we'll see you in another vlog later in the week. Bye for now.